Processing Fear Factory tutorial. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin the tutorial video sequence. 3 vocals. Feel, guitar. Lifting, bass. Rhythm, drums.
Everybody in this band is a completely different person. We're all four completely different people, very artistic, very good ideas, trying to work together as a team. And sometimes it can be rather abrasive, but when it's working, it works really well. Raymond Herrera is an excellent drummer. He's one of the finest drummers I've ever seen.
When Raymond first started, he started how to play double bass first. That was his first thing he learned. And so when I first met Raymond, he was like just all double bass. He was like no rolls, no toms, none of that kind of stuff. And that's what I liked about him, because he was just so creative with his double bass. Any kind of riff that I threw out, Raymond could play. And he did the same thing with the snare. But later on, he developed, more of the tom type stuff.
As you know, Raymond is the big, computer, video game, internet. He's really technical when it comes to a lot of finding out about games or about codes, or he's very good at things like that, and it's fun because on tour we play nothing else but video games, and Raymond has like an arsenal, an arcade of video games with him, so we keep ourselves occupied with Raymond and play boxing games, all football games, basketball games.
He thinks kind of mechanical. He focuses on one thing and he goes for it. That's kind of like how Raymond is.
The story that he told me is that he turned down a scholarship to USC for engineering to be in this band, so he definitely wants this band to succeed.
Bert is kind of to himself, I guess you could say. He's like always thinking. He's always got his notepad with him, and he's always writing stuff down. Whether we're on a plane or whether we're on a tour bus or we're in the dressing room, wherever, he's always writing stuff down. He's always coming up with new ideas, new concepts, like for the next record or for new lyrics.
Bert is the calm guy in the band, so we always have to push Bert a little, like, yeah, Bert. We have to get him to get performance out of him, or Bert is sometimes way too relaxed and way too calm.
Bert's kind of like developed a very unique style, combining those two styles together. And the aggressive style and the aggressive verses and melodic choruses. I think that that's Bert's definite trademark.
Over the years, he's become an extremely really good singer. He's got the heavy vocals down, he's got the singing voice down, and I got nothing but praise to say about that guy, man. He's really been kicking ass.
I'm a smart person, but I can be lazy. I do need a little push, but with the right pushing, I can produce some very interesting things, I think. Even sometimes I surprise myself.
Christian has got a big heart. He's that was the first thing I noticed when he was in the band. When he first joined the band, when he first walked into the practice space, he had a really big heart. But he's also, he's also very temperamental. When things are not exactly right, he can fly off the handle like within seconds.
I'm the one that can fly pretty easy off the handle, so.
Okay, this is the type of person Christian is. Christian's got like a turntable he takes on tour, right? He goes to record stores like every weekend or as often as he can. He'll go and spend all his money on all these records. At the end of the tour, on tour, he'll go through them and try to get samples, and like he just tries to do a lot of this other stuff.
Yeah, Christian's an amazing bass player. I mean, he can play all kinds of different styles, from really heavy aggressive to stand-up bass. He plays a lot of stand-up bass and acoustic bass, and he kind of like brought a whole new sound into Fear Factory, because before, when me and Raymond first started, it was just all guitar and drums. But now that Christian's come out, and now he's got more confidence, he definitely steps out to the forefront, and he's definitely a big part of this band now. There's more low end focused on the record now. You hear his bass playing, you hear his unique style. He definitely adds a whole new diversity to the band. Christian's more into like the hip hop kind of stuff, but just be careful.
He's extremely talented. He's teaching himself to be a DJ, and he's writing music. and he's definitely blossoming as a great songwriter. So I can see a lot of future for Christian.
Or have her go get it.
Dino. Dino is like my Mexican brother. So I didn't grow up having any brothers, so I guess he's like the closest thing to being a brother.
And a very fine guitar player, a very original guitar player. He's got the melodic ideas. Crunching in with the heavy riffs. It's just, it works. He makes it work.
I'm really passionate about things. If someone pisses me off, I'm really passionate about it. I'll let you know. Definitely let you know. I'm straightforward. I don't like to fuck around. I don't like the bullshit. You know, I just say things as they should be said. You know, but I'm also a really good motivator. You know, I'm very positive about a lot of things. And I just kind of like, you know, I'm on the phone every day with Roadrunner, with the record label, management company, just trying to take care of a lot of day-to-day stuff.
Dino is actually like I have to say like a brother I never had. I was the only child, and you know, with Dino, it's I used to live with him when I didn't have a place. He used to live with me for a while. I kind of consider him as a brother I never had. Sometimes I disagree, but a lot of times I agree, and we always like work it out and little things, and you know, that's how family does it. I definitely feel family to a lot of these guys in the band. If you can't be friends and family, it's very hard to communicate and work things out, and that's definitely something that's really cool about this band. We always like sit down and work things out. You know, shit happens all the time. You know, you put any rats in a cage and they're gonna fight at one point. But it's not a hateful thing. It's just, you know, it's a brother thing. You know how that is.